Welcome to Nanny's Kitchen. Tonight I'm just doing a quick salad basically, but it's slightly different because I'm doing it with Orzo Pasta. So it's just sort of to use up a little bit of the veg and stuff in the fridge. So I'm going to be using 250 grams of the pasta. I've got a pan on the boil at the moment. Once it comes to boil, there's a little bit of salt in. I will toss this in and I'll cook it for 8 minutes. And then I'm going to take it off, drain it and rinse it in cold water to cool it down a little bit quicker for my salad. I'm just going to grab the chicken. I've already patted it dry with a kitchen roll. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice it in half. There you go. I'm doing the same with the other one, so I'll end up with 4 pieces. There you go. So I'm going to pop them back on that plate. And I'm just going to wash my hands and get rid of the board, and then I'll come back and show you what I'm going to do with that. Now while I'm waiting for the pan boiling, I've sliced the chicken. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sprinkle it with a little bit of salt and pepper. There you go. And now I'm going to also sprinkle a little bit of oregano, a little bit of thyme. These are all roughly 1/4 teaspoon, and the same rosemary. And then all I'm going to do is, where's my lemon, there he is, I'm just going to slice a piece of lemon, not even a half, it's literally a piece off the end, and I'm going to squirt that little there all over the chicken as well. And then a little bit of olive oil. Probably about a tablespoon of use there. And then get your hands in and give it a good rub. Turn it over. Rub it all over the other side as well. So I'm going to wrap that in a bit of cling film, and I'm just going to leave it to one side in the fridge until I'm ready to cook it off, because it's going to get cooked off and then basically put on the top of the salad. So I'm just going to wrap that and pop it in the fridge, and then I'll let you know what I do next. Right, so I'll pop the pasta in, so that will be ready in 8 minutes, and that's when I'll drain it off. So in the meantime, all I'm going to do is just chop a little bits of vegetables up. So I'll start with the onions. Just a quick one and out. What I'm going to do with the actual onion is I'm just going to slice it into little rings. Right, so I'm just going to basically pop them out of the little rings. So who doesn't like a little bit of onion on a salad? Right, there you go. So the onions are done. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice some of that cucumber right there and chop them in half. And I'm just going to get the seeds out, get the spoon for that easier. Put the spoon in, pull the seeds out. There you go. And same with that one. Get rid of them. And then with these all I'm doing is slicing them. And then in half. There you go. So that's the cucumber done. onion done. Tomato wise, I'm just going to chop them into quarters. There you go, and the tomatoes are done. So I'm just going to clear all this away and I'll come back. Now we're over here, we're going to start with the chicken. I've put 1 tablespoon of olive oil in the pan and it's now up to heat. So all I'm going to do is grab the chicken and pop it in. So I'm going to leave this to cook a little bit for about 2 minutes on one side and I'll flip it over. And I'll leave it on that side and I'll flip it on that side for the same, about 2 minutes, keep flipping it, 2 minutes, keep flipping it. I'm just going to slice it, I'll show you. Just going to get a hold of it, I'll get a fork, it's easier when I do over it, there it is. There's your fingers. I'm just going to slice it. And the dog can hear me slicing it, he's going absolutely crazy at the dog. And just do it like that. I'm just going to slice it all exactly the same and I'm just going to put it back on the plate and that's going to go on top of the salad. They're mixed in with the salad as well. So I'll come right back to you. Right, so the chicken's all sliced up to the one side. I've got the Orzo Pasta in the bowl. It's been cooled right down. Run it under cold water, cooked it for 8 minutes, just like you would spaghetti. Drained it, rinsed it into cold water and just stood the sieve over the original pan with all the water drained off it. So it's looking good now. So all I'm going to do is grab a, actually sort of one, probably should better. And I'm just going to give it a little sprinkle of salt, and I mean just a tiny sprinkle. A tiny sprinkle of pepper. Probably a bit more than that, don't be stingy. There we are. And in that I'm going to be adding my onions and my cucumbers, and so it's a nice straightforward tea. Put all them in. I'll leave the tomatoes still off moving them in. And I'll just give it a good mix up. I mean, if you don't want to mess around and it's middle of the week, then you can do this. It takes 8 minutes to do that pasta and what, 2 minutes to cool it down. Chop a few onions and stuff, pop it in, and just use tin tuna or something. Do the same sort of thing. And then I am going to, oops, oh, me pure lemon. I'm going to go in with the tomatoes. And then I'll just give it a mix again. And then, on top of that, I'll pull out some of my peppers, pop a green in, an orange, another yellow, another red. Give them a mix, and some of the dried tomatoes. A little bit of the oil and all. Oh, there we are. And I'm just going to give that another stir. And then I'm just going to quickly make up a little bit of vinaigrette. So I'm just going to get a little bit of red wine and get, oops, lid was off. 2 tiny teaspoons, I would say more sugar spoons, little sugar spoons. And then olive oil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks about right when I'm looking at it. Give it a little mix. And then get your lemon. I'm going to keep the slice off though because I want another slice, and just squeeze a bit of lemon in it. Just a little bit. Give it another mix. And that is perfect. And this is in my lovely new ramekins that I have made for me with my kitchen name on from Mitford Pottery. So feel free, have a little look at the link in my channel and you'll see some of the lovely stuff that he does. Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. And there you are, that's softened, so just get rid of the rubbish off the bench there. There you go. So I'll just give that a quick mix again, and at this point I'm just going to use the rest of that lemon. Just squeeze a little bit in from the rest of that what we had. And I'll just get rid of that little pip out of that one. And squeeze the rest. There you go. Give it a mix. And then I'm going to add some chicken. I'll just wash my hands. And then I'm just going to add some of the chicken, not all of it, just some of it. You just want some little bits in. There you go, that's great. Mix that in as well. And the last thing to do is get some of your made up vinaigrette, just drizzle it. Just 3 of them spoonfuls. No, I'll give it 4. There you go. 4 spoonfuls. Mix it up. Get them lovely flavours in. And then I'll plate it up and show you what it looks like when I finish off the rest of the chicken on the top. Absolutely delicious. And appetising, nice and cool because it's too warm. Nobody wants to be eating lots of hot food. And I'll just be using a couple of little brush toasts on the side. It's just a packet thing. If you did like the video, can you please give me a thumbs up, subscribe and hit the bell notification. I'll let you know when I have new recipes up. And I'd like to say have a lovely evening everybody, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.